AOPS Volume 1, the basics number 85. From time t is equal to 0 to time t is equal to 1, a population increased by I%. From the time t is equal to 1 to the time t is equal to 2, the population increased by J%. By what percent in terms of I and J did the population increase from time t is equal to 0 to time t is equal to 2? So this question is just testing us on our understanding of a percentage. So just write down what it tells us and it will help us solve this question. So when time t is equal to 0, it tells us a population increased by I%. But how are we supposed to represent I%? And what does it mean to be a percentage? What does a percentage mean? That just means 100 multiplied by I. That is just the definition of a percentage. So from time t is equal to 0, a population increased by I%. So let's let the population be equal to x. Hence, when time t is equal to 0, what it really means is that it increased by x times parentheses 1 plus I over 100. And you might be thinking, well, why did I add a 1 in front of I over 100? Because if you're increasing by some quantity, then it's 1 point that quantity. So like such as I'm saying that it increased by 38%. That just means that it increased by 1.38%. That is just some common sense on percentage. So that represents how much the population changed when time t is equal to 0. But then this population from time t is equal to 1 to time t equal to 2 increased by J%. So what is J% of this quantity? Well, J%, if it increased, that means it must be 1 plus J over 100 of x times 1 plus I over 100. So this new quantity will be how much the population is at time t is equal to 2. And now it's asking us by what percent in terms of I and j did the population increase from time t is equal to 0 to time t is equal to 2. Well, we let us first expand this product. And expanding this, which I already pre-did, will be x times 1 plus I over 100 plus j over 100 plus ij over 10,000. And we want to find by what percent did the population increase. Well, remember what I just told you, that such as if I want a 38% increase, and that will be represented by 1.38% increase. Or in other words, that would be just, well, let's see, that would be 0.0138%. Or not 0.0138 because I took out the percentage. So that is how much 38% of increase is being correlated with. So with this same understanding, that 1 point some decimal will be the percentage of increase based on what that decimal is. I over 100 plus j over 100 plus ij over 10,000 will be our percentage of increase. So we just need to solve for this sum and that will be our answer. But if we want to do this as a percentage, we must remember the percentage definition, which is the 100 multiplied by this quantity. So some quantity will be the percentage of A. Hence, with this definition, the answer to this question will be 100 times parentheses I over 100 plus j over 100, that's supposed to be a j, plus ij over 10,000. And if you expand this out and you simplify things, it'll come out to be I plus j plus ij over 100. And that will be the solution to our question, which is the percentage of increase in terms of I and j. And you see here that while the answer is not as elegant and concise as like 39%, it's still an answer. And sometimes when people see such an answer, they get a little freaked out and doubtful of whether they did it correctly. But if you understand the concept and you truly understand the processes for which you took to find the answer, then you can be sure that the answer is correct. And in this case, the answer is correct to be I plus j plus ij over 100.